Hey ladies, this is Patty Petrie with Makeup P31 Woman. My business is about God first, beauty, and encouragement. I'm here today to give you some encouragement, and then we are going to do a palette, a fall palette with this palette 9. This thing is amazing, ladies. I used it on my brows, on my cheeks, and now I'm going to use it on my eyes. So before we get into that, I want to give you a word of encouragement, but let me share this on my personal page so everybody can see, and then we'll get started. I hope you're having a good weekend. Oops, I'm in the wrong place here. That just goes to show I can't talk and do something at the same time. Oh, it's called a senior brain. Okay, here we go. Anyway, I hope you're having a good weekend. I know I am already. So, all right. So what I want to share with you today is, this is a book that I have recently read called Satisfy My Thirsty Soul by Linda Dillow. And one of the things that I learned in this book that has helped me so much with capturing my thoughts and my mindset and taking them captive to the Holy Spirit is what she calls the ABCs of worship. So what she does is she starts out and she'll say, begin worshiping God with a word that begins with A. For example, my God is awesome. And then declare other attributes of the Father that begin with A. So you could say, Lord Jesus, I adore you. You are my all in all. You are amazing. You are the Alpha and the Omega. You are my Abba Father. And then you go on to B. Lord, you are beautiful. Father, you are beyond compare. And by the time you get to Z, you go all the way from A to Z, your mindset is going to be so much better. So what I do, I take about 15 minutes of my lunch hour at work and I walk upstairs. Senior brain. Whoops. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Anyway, like I said, I take about 15 minutes of my lunch hour at work and I walk back and forth upstairs in the building. And while I'm walking, I'm worshiping the Lord using that ABCs of worship. And if you're having a rough day, if you've got a lot of negative thoughts coming into your mind, or there's a lot of negative news or whatever it is, if you will practice this technique, I promise you it will help you and you will feel much better. You will be worshiping your Lord. You will feel closer to Him. And it's just like the song, turn your eyes upon Jesus and the world fades away. So I just wanted to give you that word of encouragement today. Now, I want to talk to you about this eye palette. This is palette 9. It is so versatile. So this morning, I used this color on my cheeks as blush, and I used this color on my eyebrows. So I've already used 2 of the colors, and I haven't even started with the shadow, doing the shadows yet. So today I'm going to show you a look using these 3 in a horizontal. And I'm going to start with, let's see what this color is called, Bashful. We're going to start with Bashful, which is this color here. And I am going to, well, excuse me, before we get into that, I need to do my primer, eye primer. So let's get that on, because this is what makes your shadows pop and stay all day without creasing. So you put just a little dab. Hey Carrie, how you doing? And I'm going to use this brush to spread it across my lid. I have to look over here in the mirror where I can see, ladies, because I'm blind. Okay, so I did that one. Now I'm going to do this other side. Again, just a tiny little dot. Pick it up with the brush. This brush is called Cream Shadow Brush, and it works very well with spreading this eye primer. Eye primer is a very important step because it will keep that shadow from creasing throughout the day. Okay, so while that sets just a little bit, I am going to do my twisted mascara. I like to do my mascara first before I do my shadows, because that way if I get this on my lid, I can clean it up before I do the shadow. So the thing about this twisted shadow is it has two wands. It has one on the bottom of this silver ring, and it has one on the top of the silver ring. So I start with the one on top. It is a tiny thing, and I put it at the base, and I wiggle, 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 and then go up with it. And this tiny wand allows you to get every lash. It is amazing. I love it. Lord, ladies, my machine out here is going off, so excuse me just a minute. Alexa, stop. My husband set a timer, and then I guess he went out in the garage and forgot that he set it because it was just going and going and going. Okay, so look at that. You can see the difference already. I'm going to do the other side. Again, at the base, wiggle and up. And I really enjoy using this on the bottom lashes, but I do those at the end, so I'm not going to do those right now. Carrie, what are you up to today? Okay, so now I've gotten each lash, and now I'm going to go back with this big wand and give it a little more volume and fullness. And you can use the end of the wand and do the lashes this way. So you're getting each individual one. And then you can go in and twist the wand like so. This is nice mascara. Working and answering the unit phone. You work in the hospital, don't you? I think you told me. I think that's what I remember you told me. Okay. I'm going to show y'all another little trick that I do with mascara too. Okay, so once I get that on, I want it to dry up in place. So I'm going to take my blow dryer and put it on a cool setting, and then I'm going to dry. And this keeps it from bleeding later on. I hold my nose because I can't stand that air going up in my nose. Anyway, that's just a little hack that you can do. And look at my lashes. Love this mascara. Okay, so I did get some on my lid, so I'm going to need to touch that up just a little bit. So I'm going to use some micellar water and a Q-tip. I should have done this before I put the primer on. But when I start talking, I forget what I'm doing. So anyway, I got a little out of order. But that's okay. No biggie. That was what happens when you get 61 years old. Okay, so let me just go back and touch that primer up a little bit. Okay, good. All right. Now we're ready for the palette. Okay, so I am going to go in with this color Bashful right here. That's going to be my base coat on the crease and my eye. And I am going to use, this is a liner shader brush that we have. And I'm just going to use the end that's the shader and pick up some of that color, and then I'm going to tap. Wait till 63. Okay, so I'm just pressing that in. This color is so pretty, y'all. I love it. The thing about these colors is they're very neutral. So whatever your skin tone is, when they go on, they blend in with that skin tone. Okay, and I'm putting this up here in the crease too. Look at that color. Ah, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So get more and tap. Press. And blend up into your crease. I tell you what, just this color alone is enough. It is so pretty. Oh, I love it. Okay, so next I am going to go, I'm going to do the corner, the outer corner, and I'm going to use a fluffy crease brush for that. And I am using the color in the middle, which is called Amiable. Again, I'm going to tap and then just touch it to the outer corner. And you can build that up as dark as you like. Oh, I love these colors, y'all. This is my favorite palette that I've ever seen Unique come out with. I'm telling you, it is so versatile, and anybody can use it. It's just amazing. I hope this is one they have for a long time, because these are limited editions, these Moodstruck ones. Okay, I'm going to put just a little bit more. Okay, and now I'm going to do the other side. I'm just pressing it in gently. And then once you press it in, you can start using motions, circular motions, or just up and down motions. All right, so that's 2 colors, and then I'm going to use this color here, which is called Appreciative, and I'm going to use, this is like a sparkly color, so I'm going to use my finger to apply it over onto the lid and just press it in. Look at that. So pretty. Whoops. And then I'm going to do this side. Okay, so now I'm going to take a clean fluffy crease brush and I'm just going to blend a little bit so that there aren't any harsh lines. Okay. All right, now the thing with powder eyeshadow, I'm sure you know this, is you get a little bit of fallout, so I'm going to have to clean up. But before I do that, the other thing that this palette is good for, that color that I just used called Appreciative, you can touch it to your cheeks right here, and it's a little bit of a highlighter. Look at that. I'm telling you, this palette is the bomb. So many uses. Saves you money because you got everything in one palette. Okay, so now I am going to clean up, and I'm going to use the end of my powder concealer brush just to kind of brush off some of this powder fallout. And then I am going to go back with my little concealer sponge. Okay, there was a little hair. And touch that up. Normally, when I do my makeup, I actually do my eyes first, but since I didn't want to make y'all wait through the whole thing today, I went ahead and did everything else but my eyes. Okay. All right, so now I am going to do the underneath of my eye, and I'm going to use the other end of the liner shader brush, and I'm going to use the color in the middle here, and I'm going to line underneath my eyes. So you just press in. And it's a nice, subtle liner for women our age. It doesn't look too harsh. It blends in with the shadow because it's the same color. And then I go back with my tiny wand on the twisted mascara, and I do the bottom lashes, and I just kind of wiggle the wand back and forth. Get each little tiny lash that sometimes you miss with those larger wands. Okay. Now, this is another hack that I want to show you today. I'm going to use liquid eyeliner on the top. If you have hooded eyes, like mine are not super hooded, but they are getting more and more hooded. Sometimes if you use liquid, it will like dry up. It'll get up on the top and bleed. So here's another hack that I use my blow dryer with. So I am going to, and if you're using this liquid, make sure you shake it up. Anything liquid needs to be shaken before you use it. Okay, so I am going to put like the 3/4 of my eye, and then a little wing up. At our age, we have to do our wing up, not out. Otherwise, it doesn't look right. Okay, so other side, the outer 3/4 of the eye. And you can make the outer part thicker. And the little wing up. Need to make this a little thicker over here to match. Okay, so now I'm going to leave my eyes closed and go back with my blow dryer. I have a diffuser on, and I'm going to dry that liner so that it doesn't bleed. Okay. So that is my finished look. I might need to touch up my eyebrows just a little bit. So like I said, I use this brown color here, and I have a brow brush. It's called a spoolie brow artist brush. And just touch it and tap. And then go into the spots that need to be filled in. Okay, there you go. All right, ladies, so today what I used before I came on was the Flawless 4, and I used the Mood Struck palette for blush. I used a bronzer, and the lips that I have on are the Splash liquid lipstick. This is kind of a metallic pink lilac. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read what it is. But anyway, we have lots of specials, and some of them are ending tomorrow. So check out, I'll drop a link here for you to see. And if you have any questions about anything that I did, or any of the colors or anything, reach out, message me, and I'll be happy to help you. No obligations. So thanks for watching today. I love y'all, and I hope you have an awesome day. And remember, do the ABCs of worship and get your mind set on Jesus. Mwah. Love y'all.